Imagine this, a packed boardroom in a gleaming skyscraper, where suited executives with smug grins are about to seal a deal that would line their pockets while crushing the dreams of thousands. But then, one man, a rugged ex-Navy SEAL turned single dad, steps forward with a single, devastating revelation that shatters their empire in seconds. Papers fly, faces pale, and the room erupts in chaos. What if I told you this isn't just a story, it's a reminder that one person's courage can topple greed? If that hooks you, smash that like button right now and subscribe for more tales of real heroes fighting back. Hit the bell so you never miss an upload, because stories like this could change how you see the world. Now, let's dive in. His name was Jack Harlan, a man whose life had been forged in the fires of combat and tempered by the quiet storms of fatherhood. At 42, Jack carried the scars of a decade in the SEALs, bullet wounds from desert ops, a limp from a botched extraction in Afghanistan, and eyes that had seen too much death to ever fully soften. But the deepest wound wasn't physical, it was the loss of his wife, Sarah, to a rare cancer 3 years ago. She had been his anchor, the one who made the chaos of military life bearable. Now, he was raising their 8-year-old daughter, Lily, alone in a modest suburb outside Chicago. Lily, with her mother's bright blue eyes and infectious laugh, was Jack's world. Every morning, he braided her hair clumsily, packed her lunch with notes that said, "You're my hero," and dropped her off at school before heading to his job at Vanguard Tech, a defense contractor that built equipment for the military. Vanguard wasn't just a paycheck for Jack, it was a lifeline. After leaving the SEALs with an honorable discharge and a Purple Heart, he had struggled to adjust to civilian life. Nightmares woke him in sweats, and the hypervigilance that saved lives overseas made him jump at car backfires. But Vanguard hired vets like him, offering stability and a sense of purpose. Jack started as a security consultant, using his expertise to test their gear. Over time, he rose to lead a small team, ensuring that the drones and body armor they produced could save lives like his buddies had been lost. He wasn't in it for glory, it was for guys still in the fight, and for Lily's future. College funds didn't fill themselves, and with Sarah's medical bills lingering like ghosts, every dollar counted. But trouble brewed at the top. Vanguard's board was a nest of vipers, greedy executives who saw the company not as a defender of freedom, but as a cash cow. Led by CEO Harlan Whitaker, no relation to Jack, thank God, they prioritized profits over people. Whitaker, a slick Ivy League grad with a penchant for luxury yachts, had been pushing to cut corners. Cheaper materials for vests that might fail in the field, outsourced jobs to shave costs, and worst of all, a plan to sell off the Veteran Support Program. That program was Jack's brainchild, a fund that provided counseling, job training, and scholarships for ex-military families. It had helped hundreds, including a buddy of Jack's who battled PTSD and now ran his own business. But to the board, it was non-essential overhead. They wanted to redirect the money to executive bonuses and stock buybacks. Jack first caught wind of it during a routine meeting. He was presenting on equipment upgrades when Whitaker casually mentioned streamlining operations. Later, in the break room, a whistleblower colleague slipped him a memo. Reading it that night, with Lily asleep in the next room, Jack's blood boiled. The board planned to vote on the cuts in 2 weeks, disguising it as efficiency measures. Families like his would suffer, vets losing support, jobs vanishing. Jack thought of Sarah's last days, how the program's grief counseling had kept him from spiraling. He couldn't let this happen. But what could one man do against a board of millionaires? The challenges mounted quickly. Jack confided in his old SEAL teammate, Mike, now a mechanic with a family of his own. "Jack, you're outgunned," Mike warned over beers one evening. "These suits play dirty. They'll ruin you." Jack knew the risks. Losing his job meant no health insurance for Lily, who had inherited a mild heart condition from her mom. And the board had connections, politicians, lawyers. Jack spent sleepless nights poring over documents, his mind racing like in the field. He reached out to other employees, building a quiet alliance. There was Maria, the accountant's single mom whose son relied on the program's after-school care. And Tom, a Vietnam vet in logistics, whose stories of forgotten soldiers fueled Jack's resolve. Emotional cracks showed in Jack's facade. One night, Lily found him staring at Sarah's photo, tears in his eyes. "Daddy, why are you sad?" she asked, climbing into his lap. Jack hugged her tight, smelling her strawberry shampoo. "Just missing Mom, kiddo. But we're gonna be okay. I promise." It was moments like these that deepened his fight, not just for the company, but for every parent scraping by, every vet feeling invisible. He taught Lily about integrity, reading her bedtime stories of heroes who stood up, even when scared. "Bravery isn't not being afraid," he'd say. "It's doing what's right anyway." As the board meeting approached, Jack faced personal betrayals. A supposed ally backed out, fearing retaliation. Whitaker's team started auditing Jack's department, nitpicking reports to pressure him. Jack's limp worsened from stress, and he snapped at Lily once, regretting it instantly. He apologized with ice cream, vowing to shield her from his battles. But the greed festered. Leaked emails showed the board mocking vets as charity cases. Jack's anger turned to strategy. Drawing on SEAL training, recon, plan, execute, he dug deeper. Using public records and anonymous tips, he uncovered dirt. Whitaker had been siphoning funds through shell companies, evading taxes while preaching fiscal responsibility. Board members had conflicts of interest, investing in competitors. The climax built slowly, like a storm gathering. Jack attended the board meeting uninvited, dressed in his old dress blues, medals gleaming. The room fell silent as he entered. "Gentlemen," he said, voice steady like a sniper's breath, "before you vote, hear this." He presented a folder, evidence of embezzlement, falsified reports, and emails proving their plan to defraud shareholders. But the one move that changed everything? Jack had live-streamed the meeting anonymously to Vanguard's internal network and key media outlets. As he spoke, phones buzzed, employees watched in real time. Whitaker's face drained of color. "This is outrageous," he blustered, but Jack pressed on. "You've humiliated the very people who built this company. Now, it's your turn." Chaos erupted. Board members scrambled, denying everything, but the evidence was ironclad. Reporters flooded in, tipped off by Jack's network. Whitaker tried to eject him, but security, fellow vets, stood down. In minutes, the vote collapsed. The live stream went viral internally, sparking outrage. Employees rallied, petitions flew. By evening, the board resigned en masse, humiliated on national news. Whitaker faced investigations, his yacht dreams sinking. Resolution came with healing. Vanguard reformed under new leadership, expanding the vet program. Jack was promoted, but more importantly, he found peace. Lily beamed at a company picnic, where families celebrated. "You're my hero, Daddy," she said. Jack thought of Sarah, feeling her pride. The inspiring message? In a world of greed, one person's stand, fueled by love and loss, can ignite change. Integrity isn't easy, but it's the ultimate weapon. It reminds us, we're all in this fight together. Protect what's right, for your family, for strangers who become family. And there you have it, the story of Jack Harlan, ex-SEAL single dad who turned the tables. If this moved you, like the video, subscribe, and share it with someone who needs inspiration. Who knows? Your one move could change everything too. Thanks for watching, see you in the next one.